Hey guys, it's April the 23rd, 2024, and I'm in a little bit different of a place. I'm still sitting at the same table. I just had to move today because the sun is really shining right where I usually sit at, and it was in my eyes. And I don't have my baseball hat on today, but today I want to talk about something that's been bothering me since yesterday, and if any of you guys watched yesterday's video, I talked about the results from my CAT scans that I got, from last week when I went and had those done, and I was missing the blood test results and all that good stuff, which is not the actual problem that's bothering me. And I'm just really wondering if any of you guys have experienced this since any of you guys have gotten sober. And I don't know. This is something I've encountered before. I've never talked about it. And I was actually just, I was getting dressed, and I was like, I just want to talk about this today. I had another idea in mind for today's video, but I really think that this is important to talk about because, like I said, this isn't the first time I've ever experienced this. And I'm just wondering if I'm not the only one. I guess let me just get into it. So I'm not gonna say who these individuals are or anything like that. I'm just gonna protect their privacy for obvious reasons. But I really don't know where to start here. So yesterday after I got my results, I did the video, and I was rather happy about the fact that there weren't any blockages in that tips, and I was a little disappointed about the fact that I didn't have my blood work done, but I was very happy about the fact that I wasn't gonna have to have another procedure. I've just had so many procedures. I don't like doing it. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure most people don't like having procedures done. But the thing is I've had so many. I'm just over it at this point now. I just didn't want to have to go through it again. I didn't want to have to put my family through that. And the thing is that I was really happy about the fact that I wasn't gonna have to have surgery again. And I talked to some people yesterday, and expressed my feelings on how I felt about. And it nothing to do with anybody here on this channel at all, not by any means. These are actually people that are very close to me, and I was talking with them yesterday, and just relating the fact that I was happy that I wasn't going to have another procedure. And one certain individual that I spoke to, well, for one, no one really shared the same excitement that I had about the fact that I wasn't going to have a procedure. Everybody lives their own life, and I get that. And, not everybody's going to be, everybody's wound up in their own life and what's going on with their life. And, I get it. Not everybody's going to, jump up and down for joy because they have their own problems and things going on in their life. But I just would have thought that maybe it would have been a little bit more... they would have been a little bit happier for me, and that wasn't the case. As a matter of fact, it was the complete opposite. And that's what I want to talk about today. I'm just wondering if any of you guys have ever experienced this before. And the thing is it almost feels like jealousy or something about the fact that I'm sober now. Which is just odd. I don't understand it. And I don't want to get too deep into the conversation that I had because it would it would expose who I was speaking to, especially if that person was to watch today's video. I just don't want to get too deep into it. But the point is that I was talking about the fact that I don't have to have the procedure. I was really happy about it, and I just kind of got into the fact that I've been sober now for quite some time, and a certain individual that I was speaking to just kind of poo-pooed on the fact that I was sober. And like I said, this is something that's very close to me. I just don't understand why they would be that way. Now, this individual drinks, and they probably don't like the fact that I talk about sobriety as much as I do, and they probably see it as an attack on them, which is not. I'm not preaching to anybody. I don't do that. I don't go around, thumping the big book on people or anything like that. I don't. What people do in their own life is their decision. I can't. I'm just not going to do that. Although I talk about it on this channel all the time, it's your choice to watch these videos. Nobody's making anybody watch this. If you decide to click play, then that's what you decided to do. And when I'm having a conversation with somebody, I don't want to entrap them into my conversation about sobriety. I just don't do that. I mean, in my personal life, I don't. I do talk about sobriety, and more than anything, I talk about my own sobriety and how proud of the fact that I am sober, because I am. That was a really big hurdle for me to get over in my life. I mean, it was the largest hurdle that I've ever jumped over in my life. I was such a bad alcoholic, and I never thought that I was ever going to be able to get sober. I just never did. I didn't think it would ever be possible. And now that it's happened, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I was able to get sober. I'm proud of the fact that every single day it's in my face, and I say no. And I'm proud of all of you guys too that are on this journey and have decided to refrain from drinking, because it's not easy, especially when you use it as a coping tool, and especially after you've been using it as a coping tool for as long as we have. I used alcohol for the majority of my life, or either some other substance, and now that I don't, I'm proud of that fact. I'm proud of the fact that I encounter life's problems with a sober, clear head. Because it does make encountering those problems sometimes a little bit more difficult. You can't just drink your problems away, and I've talked about this over and over again. Although we drink to remove our problems for our life, they're still there and they don't go anywhere. But in the back of our heads, it's this idea of, well, I'll deal with that tomorrow. Which is always what I did. I'll handle that tomorrow. I'm just going to drink today and forget about it, and I'll handle it tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. But now, tomorrow's here every day. And when I have a problem, I just deal with it. I don't wait. I don't procrastinate. I take my problems head on and just handle them. And I'm proud of that fact. I'm proud of the fact that I can, handle my day-to-day problems with a clear, sober mind. Because I did. I used to drink every one of my problems away, and I don't do that anymore. So, and I talk about this channel a lot, because I'm proud of it. I'm proud of everybody that's here. This community that's here, is something that I'm really proud of. Like I said, I'm proud of all of you guys. I'm proud of the fact that I have so many people that follow this channel. So it's something that I talk about. It's a huge part of my life. It's probably the biggest part of my life right now, besides my family. But this is like, a really big part of my life. And in the middle of this conversation, it was just this and this isn't the first time this has happened, but it's just like constant, digging up the past all the time. Well, you used to do this, and you used to drink like that, and you never would have done this before when you were a drinker, and I'm just tired of hearing it. Those days are over with. It's been almost 2 years, and I just don't understand why the past has to keep getting dug up all the time. It's constantly thrown in my face, and not by everybody, but just certain individuals that do it, and I just don't get it. Have you guys ever encountered this? Do you feel like people are kind of jealous of the fact that we're sober? I mean, I would understand if I was like constantly going around and like rubbing it in people's faces, but I don't. I mean, like I said, I talk about on this channel every single day, but it's a decision that people make to decide to hit play on the videos. I don't make anybody watch anything. And in my personal life, I don't just like, shove it down people's throats. I might talk about it, but I'm not saying if you don't get sober, this is going to happen to you, X, Y, Z. I just don't. That's just not the way that I carry myself. I don't want to do that to people. It's their decision, their life, and, what they do with their lives is their decision. Do I like the fact that they might drink? Well, maybe, no, absolutely not. Would I like to see these people, turn it around and change and stop? Yeah, of course. But I don't shove it down their throat, and I don't make a point to say anything about it to them, because I know it's gonna put a wedge in between me and those people. Because if they're not ready for it, it doesn't matter what I say, and all I'm gonna do is upset them and make them feel uncomfortable around me, and they're gonna feel like I'm a book thumper, and that's all I want to do is just force this down people's throat. That's not the case at all. I don't do that, and I just don't understand where this jealousy comes from, if that's what it is. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. I could be completely wrong, but at the same time, and I've talked about this in a previous video, but when is enough enough? And when do we finally get to rest and be let alone about what happened in the past? I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of certain people. They just, every time they get an opportunity, anytime that I speak to them, they use that opportunity to rub it in my face that I was such a bad alcoholic. And I mean, I get it. I was, but like I said, those days are over with. It's been almost 2 years now. It's time to let it go. And I don't know. It's just really, for one, it really hurt it's hurt my feelings, and I just don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand. I don't understand why people would be like that with me, especially when I don't treat anybody poorly like that. I don't bring up the past on people. It's just not something that I do. I don't do it. I don't understand. Do I come off as, do I scare them or something? That's the only thing I could think, is that maybe they're intimidated by the fact that I'm sober, and makes them take a look in the mirror or something. I don't know, but that's not the way that I come off. And that's the only thing I could think, that it makes them take a hard look in the mirror and question what they're doing. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Like I said, I don't talk that way. I don't continually bring up things with them and their past. And I just don't understand why every single time I have a conversation with certain individuals, it's, well, you did this when you were drunk, and you did this when you were drunk, and it's this constant question if I'm going to be able to remain sober. It's just like this. Do you think that you'll be able, if you go to the beach, and there's people drinking, are you going to be able to stay sober there? And it's like, I'm sober every day. I don't drink now, and I haven't slipped up one time. So why would I slip up in that predicament? I don't go to bars or anything like that. I don't go to parties. I don't put myself in situations where I would be tempted. If I'm out in public or something and somebody's drinking, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, especially if I'm if I'm walking down the street and there's an outdoor bar or something like that, and there's people out there drinking, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Now, do I walk in there? No. I don't go out to eat very often, just because I don't want to go places where people are drinking. I try my best to avoid those environments. I just don't go to them. And there's been certain times that I've had to be around individuals, and they were drinking, and it was what it was. I didn't say anything to them. I just kept I kept my business to myself. I didn't say a word, and I don't know. I just feel like there's like this like jealousy or envy or something that's going on here. And I don't know. I'm just wondering, have you guys ever experienced this? Like a sober jealousy? I don't know. Yeah, I just find it so odd. I just don't know where this is coming from. Um, I don't know. I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know what you think. Have you been through this? Have people treated you like that? Do they constantly keep bringing up the past on you over and over and over again? I'm at the point, I'm like, should I just remove these individuals from my life because they can't leave it alone? They have to constantly make me think about it. And, I think about it every day when I do these videos. And the last thing I want to do is have somebody just continually bring up the past on me. Now, I don't talk to them that often. But every single time that I do talk to these people, it's the same thing, the same conversation. And every single time I talk to them, it's like I try to give them another opportunity. I'm hoping that maybe this time they won't bring it up again, and they do. I just don't get it. I don't understand why anybody would feel threatened by me. I don't know. It's just got me kind of down today. It's had me kind of down since yesterday, ever since those conversations. It wasn't just one individual. I actually spoke to a couple people, and they just, I don't know, I didn't feel like they were happy for me at all. And more than anything, I felt like there was some kind of envy or something that was going on there. Like I said, there was no like high fives or good job or pat on the backs, and that's not exactly what I was even looking for. The last thing I needed was for somebody to just, to latch their nails in at the opportunity to bring up the past and to like put me down. And I feel like that's what it was. It was like this, like every time they get an opportunity to put me down, to bring up an instance from when I was a drinker and how I embarrassed myself, or how I wasn't the best father in the world, or how I would show up to functions fully intoxicated. Those days are over with. Why do we have to keep talking about it? And I haven't said anything. They could probably tell that I was frustrated, because I did get really quiet, and I was ready to get off the phone at that point. I just didn't want to talk anymore. I was just kind of like in awe. I'm sure my jaw was hanging open during that period of time, because I'm just like, what is going on? And why are you acting like this with me? I just don't get it. But I'm just really wondering, have any of you guys ever experienced something like this, speaking to somebody that's still a drinker, and they have that, like, especially somebody that's really close to you, almost like a jealousy or an envy or something like that, or they feel threatened by you in some sort of a manner? I mean, I'm just wondering, guys, is it just me, or is anybody else out there experiencing this? I really want to know. I really would like to know. I'd like for you guys to let me know in the comments if any of you guys have experienced anything like that before, and what you've done about it. I don't want to cause any problems. I don't want any friction. I just don't want any of that in my life. I don't want to have any arguments. I really don't even want to have the conversation, because I just know where it's going to lead, and it's just going to lead to something negative, and I just don't want it to be that. I just don't like getting in those kinds of situations anymore. I feel like it's negative, and it's gonna suck me down into that negative hole, and I don't want to be there. I try to stay as positive as possible, and I just don't. I just know where those conversations can go sometimes, and especially if people feel threatened or something, then the first thing they're gonna do is be on the defensive. And I'm not trying to get into that kind of conversation. I don't want to have an argument with anybody. That's not what I want to do. I don't know. I'm kind of lost here. I don't know what to do. And I don't want to remove those people from my life, but because they're very close to me, and it's like, you know, what do I do here? I just don't know. I'm just wondering what you guys have done, if you've experienced that. What did you do? Did you say something to them? Did it help? Because I really feel like if I was to say something, like, it's just going to go south, and it's just going to be a negative conversation, and they're going to be defensive, and you know, my feelings are already hurt because of it, and I don't know. Like I said, it's just been on my mind, and it's kind of drugged me down a little bit. I just thought that they would have been a little bit more happy for me, and not treat me that way, and not keep continually bringing up the past. Like I said, it's gone. These days are over. Why are we still talking about it? Maybe I should have said something, but that's just not. I don't know. One of the things is that if I get into a conversation like that, and I'm just being completely honest with you guys, when people tend to get really defensive, or if somebody's really, like, you know, I feel like they've stepped on my toes, you know, I can get to the point, you know, where if I feel like somebody's trying to hurt me in some sort of way, or, you know, they're saying something bad to me, you know, in the past, I get really defensive, and I'll jump on them, and that's not what I want to do. I don't know. Like I said, I'd like to hear what you guys have done, if you've experienced that, and what do you think I should do? I don't know, because I'm kind of lost right now. I don't know where to go from here. I just don't know what my next move should be. If I should just, you know, let sleeping dogs lie and just leave it alone. I mean, that's usually what I do, because, like I said, I don't like confrontation. I despise confrontation. So I'm just gonna have to see. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. It looks like the cable company's pulling up, and looks like I might be getting my high-speed internet here soon. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and until tomorrow, I will see y'all then. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I just wanted to hop back on here really quick. I just spoke with the cable company guy. They're gonna install our cable by the end of this week, he said, but he's checking out where to lay the lines right now. But I just wanted to get off of here. I kind of ended that abruptly. I just wanted you guys not to worry about me. I'm not, like, super depressed or anything like that. It's just, like I said, it's just kind of, it's just been bothering me, and I don't know, I just wanted to come on here and talk about it today. And that's really all I wanted to do. And like I said, I just wanted to see if you guys, if you guys had experienced anything like that before, and you know, what you've done about it. I'm just really interested to know if any of you guys have experienced this, and you know, what you've done in that situation. Because I feel like I'm not the only one who's experienced this before. I don't know. It's just frustrating more than anything. Especially when it's somebody that's really close to you. I just think that they will want the best for you, opposed to putting you down, continually bringing up the past, talking about all the things that you used to do back in the past. I don't know. I just feel like that should be left alone at this point now. And, you know, if it was somebody that I barely knew, I would get it. Okay, I got it. But, you know, especially somebody that's very close. They know the struggles that I've been through. They know how sick I've been. They just know my struggles. And why would you want to create more struggles for me and not be a positive influence, and just be there for me? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. But I just wanted to hop back on here really quick and just say, guys, don't worry. I'm not really depressed. I'm just a little bit down because it's just been bothering me all morning. But that's about it. And it was bothering me really bad yesterday afternoon. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here and talk about it today. And that's all. And I just wanted to hear what you guys had to say, if you guys have been through it and what you did. And I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So anyway, with that said, I am actually going to go ahead and get off of here now. And like I said, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I am actually speaking to that lady that is taking the naltrexone. I'm speaking to her this afternoon, and we'll be setting up a time for us to do our talk. So be on the lookout for that. I'll talk about that in tomorrow's video after I speak with her today. But we should be doing that interview here very soon. I just have to speak to her and find out what's going to be the best day for her to do it. But be on the lookout. I'll talk about that again tomorrow. And with that said, guys, now I'm actually going to go ahead and hop off of here. But like I said, I just wanted to get back on, just let everybody know, don't worry, I'm fine. It's just, like I said, it was just bothering me. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. You know, this is sort of a blog for me as well. And it gives me an opportunity to get feelings off my chest. Because I already do feel better now that I've talked about it. You know, there's a lot of times that, you know, things are bothering me. And when I come on, I talk about it. It just makes me feel better just to get it off my chest and to get it out in the open. You know, when you bottle things in, sometimes, man, that pressure can start to build. And, you know, I know more than anybody that when that pressure starts to build, that sometimes I will explode, and I don't want that to happen. And I just wanted to come on here and just get it off my chest today. And thank you so much for listening and watching today and giving me that opportunity to get this off of my chest. Because, like I said, it was bothering me pretty bad, but I'm not in any kind of strange place or anything like that. I'm totally fine, especially now that I've gotten it off my chest, like I said. So with that said, guys, I will see y'all in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for watching today. I love you guys so much. And for any of you guys out there who have got some sobriety under your belt, I'm so proud of you. You guys are doing awesome. Keep up the great work, because it's just not worth it at the end of the day. It really isn't. There's just too many ramifications that come along with drinking. There really are. It just destroys lives. It really does, guys. So I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Love you all so much.